Welcome to hashtag Toe to Toe. I'm Johnny Nelson. Alongside me is, would I say, the man of all men, the god of all gods when it comes to the gossip in the boxing world, Spencer Fearon, also a boxing historian.
Yeah, man, something like that, Johnny. That's what they say, man. It's crazy, isn't it?
You've got a smug little look on your face as if to say...
Because I'm going to make money soon, that's why. I've got tickets for Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to be rich!
Easy, Tyke, easy. All right,
that's my mortgage paid off for.
Let's get down to business. We're going to talk about the tweets and the comments coming in from the viewers. First one, straight down to business. Biggest fight in what sense? This is from Jack Swinburne. Money-wise, yes. Best fighters, not even close. What do you think?
You have to think of super fights. Super fights within our era. If this fight did not happen, then we'd be complaining about it. If you go back to 1971, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, they were both unbeaten. That was the first time in heavyweight history. On this time here, Pacquiao's lost 5 times. Mayweather's still unbeaten, but they're both not the fighters that they were 4 years ago. If the fight was made 5 years ago, it'd be different.
Cat Meat Music. Which two current fighters would be the ideal sparring partners for Pacman and Mayweather? What would you suggest? Who would you suggest?
Oh, you know what? For Mayweather, when you're thinking of southpaws that he could go out and use, there isn't that many that he could go and use. I think with Mayweather, I don't think it's got anything to do with sparring for Mayweather. You can pick out loads of southpaws who are around him. Yeah. There's a kid called Errol Spence who went to the Olympics. Errol Spence is a brilliant welterweight who I think he could use Errol Spence all day long, because if Errol Spence can get him thinking, Manny Pacquiao will not make Floyd Mayweather think that much, because he comes to war with you.
I can't believe what you're saying.
No, I'm saying it. I don't care what anyone's going to say to me.
You're supposed to be the man with knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. I don't care what anyone's trying to say. I'm telling you this now. You know why? Why would he make him think? What? Because he can punch?
Because not because he can punch. Because he throws shots from various angles. He's not an orthodox fighter. You cannot train for an unorthodox fighter. I don't want to talk to you. Just stop it.
Johnny, I'm telling you this now, right? I'm telling you this now. People are going to think, oh, well, I'm just on Mayweather. I'm not. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Floyd Mayweather. I don't think. But what I am saying to you is this, right? That skills pay, and I bet you in the later rounds, Floyd Mayweather walks down Manny Pacquiao.
Listen, I'm a Mayweather fan without a doubt, but I'm telling you now, I'm from a gym of unorthodox fighters. You cannot prepare for Manny Pacquiao. You cannot prepare for Floyd Mayweather. So there's no sparring partner in the world that is going to be able to mimic either fighter. What you're saying, we need to talk offset.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Cool.
Easy, I'm going to tell you.
Let's get some YouTube questions. Alex Stainland, Spencer, who would have won a fight between Carl Froch and Nigel Benn? That would have been an epic war.
Right. At super middleweight, I would slightly favour Carl Froch at super middleweight, because Nigel Benn was a little bit jaded and when he was up at that weight, because Nigel Benn was actually a middleweight. But if you could take a middleweight Nigel Benn, or Nigel Benn of 1990, when he had the superb win over Doug DeWitt, when he had the superb win over Ira Barkley, even though at the end of that year he fought Chris Eubank and lost, right, but forget about that loss. But that Nigel Benn, if we were to encapsulate time, Nigel Benn could have teared up most people. So it's kind of a tricky one. Who would you have gone for that fight?
I'd have gone for Carl Froch.
As Nigel Benn the middleweight?
I'd have gone for Carl Froch as Nigel Benn the middleweight and the super middleweight.
Why?
Because Carl Froch, I think, is a better technical boxer than Nigel Benn was. But Nigel Benn was a more...
So one second. Do you remember how Nigel Benn boxed against Henry Wharton?
Yes.
How he boxed. He didn't fight. I remember Ring Magazine writing an article about it. He boxed. Right? So we're not giving a lot of it. I remember, also, Nigel Benn was actually quicker. He was faster than Carl Froch. Mm-hmm. He's quicker. Nigel Benn's quicker. Nigel Benn's quicker than George Groves.
The problem with Carl Froch is this: people underrate his boxing ability. They underrate his cojones. They underrate his fight, his willpower. And the only other person that had that fire in his belly, was actually Nigel Benn. But out of the two, the better technical boxer is Carl Froch. Oh, what's Carl Froch? So you
think that you're going for Nigel Benn? You're going for Carl Froch.
Listen, right. Me and Nigel are cool. You might not like what I've got to say, but I'm telling you.
Well, listen, I ain't saying nothing against Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn's serious. He'll jump on a plane from Australia and punch you in the mouth, Johnny Nelson. That's all I'm saying.
Right, this is from Miles Sturck. There's some weird names coming up. Hi, Spencer. What fighter do you think needs to maybe change their weight category in order to enhance Their career.
I would say Terence Crawford, the lightweight, because there's not much competition at lightweight for Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford, the WBO lightweight champion, is superb. What do you think of Terence Crawford?
Good fighter, slick. I do rate him, but I just think there's certain fighters that if they train right, prepare right, they actually do well at the weight. There's one fighter who's just boxed at the weekend, as in Paul Smith. I actually think he's a middleweight.
Yeah, do you know what? He should come down.
Middleweight, and he should come down. But the problem is, if he doesn't do it right, if he doesn't get down right, yes, he's going to struggle every time. We saw him at super middleweight. He looked fleshy. He's sharp. He's strong. He's a decent boxer, and I think that it would enhance his chances as a boxer at middleweight. But he's got to have the discipline at home when prepping for that.
I also think Canelo should move up to middleweight because he's a big lad. And I think Golovkin should move up to super middleweight because nobody at middleweight actually wants to fight him.
This boy could cause trouble in that room. This is Johnny Nelson with Spencer Fearon. This was #toe to toe.